And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Brookhaven High School's coverage of the varsity game here tonight against Madison Central Jaguars. Your Brookhaven High School Cougars taking on Madison Central here this evening. So before we get started, we're going to do a quick starting lineup for you and a run through of both lineups here. So for the visiting team, Madison Central Jaguars, it is in the first batting off first is number 1, the second baseman. That's Murray Hutchinson. Batting second is number 30. That's Hunter Hines. He is first base. Batting number 3 is Peyton Ray. He is in center field. Number 4 is Parker Nelson. He's out in he's the catcher. Batting fifth is Rice. First name catching here for you. Brooks Rice is his name for you. And it's the fifth hole. And batting the sixth hole, number 27 is Tom Lee. He is the designated hitter for this series of bat. Number 23 in the seventh hole is Jackson Mai on the left field. Number 19, batting eighth, is Luke Robertson out in right field. And number rounded out for the Jaguars is number 4. That is Creek Robertson, and he is shortstop. And the pitcher will be rotated in and out. He's number 36. That is Justin Storm. He's the pitcher here this evening. And for the Brookhaven High School Panthers, Corbin Falvey will be first. Byron Robinson batting second. Jacob Porter is batting third. Lane Smith left field is number 4, or in the cleaning position. Manny Miller is shortstop. Savante Quinn is batting batting sixth. Jackson Walker is 8th. Jacob Smith is batting 8th, and Darius Robinson is batting 9th out in right field. So that's your lineup right now. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick 30-second break and be right back to the top of this game right after this on B92. Stay tuned.
Prices at the pump got you down? Then get on over to Paul Barnett Nissan. We have many models that get upwards of 40 miles per gallon. That is, if you drive the speed limit. Paul Barnett Nissan is proud to offer the incredible Altima, stylish Sentra, radical Rogue, and versatile Versa. Interest-free or huge rebates. To make a sweet deal even sweeter, we will throw in 2 years' worth of free car washes with any new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. Isn't it time you experience the difference at Paul Barnett Nissan?
Welcome back, everybody. We're just going to hang tight here just for a second while the remainder of the starting lines get sent out as we get ready to start this game off.
Your pitcher for the Panthers today
is headed out on the field right now. So hang tight with us just for a second.
Batting third, first baseman, number 26, Jacob Porter. Batting fourth, playing left field, number 19, Lane Smith. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, number 20, Manny Miller. Batting sixth, playing center field, number 4, Savante Quinn. Batting seventh, playing catcher, number 15, Jackson Walker. Batting eighth, playing third base, number 10, Jacob Smith. And batting ninth, playing right field, number 13, Darius Robinson. And they're joined by the rest of the Panthers squad as well as head coach Matt White and assistant coaches Chad Leggett and Ernie Triplett. If you will, I ask you to now stand and remove.
We'll send it back to the station while we do the duration of the national anthem. So please, we'll take a quick 60-second break right after this on B92. Stay tuned.
Hey, this is Shannon Aker, and Bank of Brookhaven is now part of the Allpoint ATM network with over 55,000 locations all over our country. Use the locator on the allpointnetwork.com app to find locations of ATMs. You can even find them when you leave our country. Remember, at Bank of Brookhaven, it's still all about you. Bank of Brookhaven, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, this is Will Thibodeau, General Sales Manager at Sullivan Ford Lincoln. First off, we want to say thanks to all of our customers for a historic month here at Sullivan. With all of our sales this past month, we have tons of great trades that are ready for their new homes. Doesn't matter if you're looking for your first car, a great vacation vehicle for the whole family, or a good old farm truck, we've got options for you. You can always check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SullivanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
And welcome back, everybody. That is the national anthem, bringing us in the right way to a baseball game here tonight. And once again, we're here at BHS Field as Old Brook is getting ready to take on Madison Central, the Jaguars. As we are already out on the field, the Brookhaven High will be in the field first due to the home team, and the Madison Central Jaguars will be up to bat here momentarily. And in the hole first is Hutchinson.
Tonight here at Lawyer Field is our team up for St. Jude's event.
That's Murray Hutchinson, Hunter Hines, and Peyton Ray, all coming up on the first three batters here this inning. And looks like we're fixing to take the field right now. He'll take the plate.
Again, the t-shirts are available at the gate for $10.
He had gets 2 more warm-up pitches, and he'll be heading down the second. Kick us off here in just a second. Couple of nice little, just taking a look at his throw downs here and his warm-up pitches. He is pretty accurate right down the middle. We'll see if that is something he can stick with to make this a pretty easy defensive series for the Cougars. For the Panthers, excuse me, not the Cougars. Wrong Brookhaven team, I apologize. I'm the Brookhaven Panthers.
Getting things off for the Jaguars at the top of the first inning. Number 1, Murray Hutchinson.
Murray Hutchinson up at the bat to play right now and kicks off things with a left-handed batter. Here's the pitch, high and outside. That'll be ball 1. High, and the batter has to duck out of the way of it, so it'll be a high inside call right there. 2 balls, no strikes. Myron Robinson on the mound right now. Picks up his 3rd ball. Count is in the batter's favor as he is looking on a 3-0 count. No need to swing right here. He lets it go by, but he's our first strike for Robinson here this evening. High and inside, that'll be the first walk. So Hutchinson will take a nice little stroll down to first base as up comes Hines.
Number 30, Hunter Hines.
Hunter Hines at the plate. Another left-handed batter. See if Robinson can make up for that walk batter down there on first. Leading out is at 2. Chance to roll a double play is in the possibility here. Low and inside, really low, close to the knees. As Robinson crosses the plate with his first ball and the second batter here with Hines. Robinson tries for a throw over and is unsuccessful. He looks Hutchinson back, and he is sitting over there on first. Nice little open stance coming from Hines at the plate. Looks like that may have grazed his helmet, but not officially. So it looks like Ray is going to be, Hines is going to be sticking at the plate right now for the time being. That will be a high ball, though, 2-0. Like I was saying, nice little open stance. He's lined up to where he's already facing down first, to where he's able to pick up that right leg and step right to the pitcher for a nice, clean line drive play. Or line drive possibility right up the middle. Another high pitch, though, from Robinson, 3-0. There's a strike force, 3-1, sitting on no outs. And beams the batter right in the right shoulder, and that'll send him down to first. Now we got a runner on first and second, and one runner in scoring position. So up comes down number 26. That's Peyton Ray. Center fielder. Coach comes out and takes a look for Robinson as he tries to figure out what to do and get something going. All right, Robinson getting a little pep talk from the coach as the coach heads back to the dugout. Now we're going back to the plate. Like I said, that's number 26, Peyton Ray, who has come up and is
Madison Central, number 26, Peyton Ray.
geared to get something going as far as the stick's going. They are doing pretty well as far as getting runners on base, but no official bats or hits thus far. First right-handed batter we've seen. Low and outside. Be ball one. Hutchinson steals third and successful. Now we got runners sitting on the corners, first and third. And anyone in the park will know that that first base runner is probably on his way to second right now, regardless of whatever kind of pitch comes up. See if they can look back that third runner and prevent a score from coming in. High and outside. Robinson taking his time at the plate. Peyton Ray trying to get something going for his team, and Matt will send him down to load the bases. Up next in the cleanup position, that's Parker Nelson, catcher.
Now batting for Madison Central, number 3, Parker Nelson.
Nice little pipe right down the middle, 0-1. Gets out in front of the batter early. We do have bases loaded. First ball right there against Nelson, 1-1. Bounces the ball up there for another ball, 2-1. Swing and a miss. Second strike puts 2-2 on the board. Looking at no outs right now. Bases are loaded. Robinson sitting on a 2-2 count against Nelson right here. First contact of the night. That's the first foul ball we've seen. Sends it clear over behind the bathrooms or the dugout, dressing room over here. Sends it out in the woods. That'll be a long strike, but it'll keep the count 2-2. Swings for it and looks like he fouls it off, and that will be the batter will be out.
Batting for the Jaguars.
Looks like that was an official strikeout right there from Nelson. So up next is the batter, the fifth batter in the lineup. That's Brooks Rice. First strike right down the middle. Batter comes in, and he will score, or the runner comes in, and he will score. So that in comes number 30, Hunter Hines, bringing the score now 2-0, as one batter was able to score. I believe that was Hutchinson that pulled off that first point for the Jaguars here this first inning. So the score is 2-0 right now. Robinson still on the mound, looking at a 1-1 count, one out on the board. And we go back to the plate as Rice sets to take on Robinson for his second go-around. High and outside, ball 2. Not a bad area to kind of flirt with, though. You will get some curious batters on those pitches right there that will try to lay one down the third base line or up the middle somehow. So if he can just work on getting a little bit more accurate down below, he might get a little bit of luck with that area. A little too low on that point, 3-1. Fouls it off, brings the count to a full count, one out. Runner is on third. Robinson looking to possibly get this batter out and somehow perform some sort of out on the third base over there to prevent the score from going in. They can close this inning out. And a shot right up the middle will go right into the hands of the second baseman. And they're going to go down for a double play attempt. And they pulled it off. They got a double play. Coach is not happy about that call. Looks like.
Breaking the action, I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you about an important meeting coming up in just a few days.
We'll catch up with the top of the bottom of the first inning coming up right after this on B92. Let's take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back on B92. Stay tuned.
When it comes to spring cleaning and lawn and garden care, the #1 choice is Perkins Ace Hardware in Lincoln Plaza. For everything from weed control to Tad Boy Moors, it's Perkins Ace Hardware. And of course, they're your plumbing and electrical supply experts too. Perkins Ace Hardware, Highway 51 North in Lincoln Plaza, Brookhaven. The home of the helpful hardware folks.
And welcome back, everybody. After a pretty miraculous double play right there at the end of the first series of bats for the Jaguars, Brookhaven were able to pull off a double play and keep the score at 2-0 as we head into the first round of sticks for BHS. Coming up right now as we're looking at, I believe, Corbin Falvey kicking us off here at the top of the lineup. So we'll wait right here as the Jaguars do a couple quick throw rounds. The pitcher gets nice and loose, and we get ready to see what BHS has on the offensive side of this game. Corbin Falvey, your second baseman, who actually was pivotal in that most recent double play right there, caught the ball and was able to pay attention to where the ball was and realize that runner for third base did not tag up. So he was able to be thrown out on that force-out play down there, and he will get the credit he deserves on that one as he heads up to the plate now.
Big starters for the Panthers in the bottom of the first inning. Number 11, second baseman, Corbin Falvey.
High and outside. Low and inside, but just high enough to be called the first strike right there. 1-1. A little bit faster pitcher coming from the Jaguars to BHS. Swing and a miss for Falvey. He puts it 1-2. Storm out on the mound, facing the Panthers. And the first strikeout and the first K of the evening as we do a quick throw around. That'll put one out on the board as Falvey heads back to the dugout. Bringing up now, Ariane Robinson.
Panthers, number 12,
the pitcher,
Ariane Robinson.
Ball one, too low for the umpire's taste. Myron Robinson, left-handed batter. Pops it up over the parking lot, and that will narrowly miss some of the cars parked out there. So we will look at that being the strike. Another foul ball popped up straight behind us. That'll be strike two. Or remain strike two. One ball, two strikes, one out. Score is 2-0. Jaguars hang on to a 2-0 lead. And Robinson going to pop one straight up. Looks like it's going to be caught by the right fielder out there, right on the right field line. And that'll send us into two outs. As up comes now.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 26, first baseman, Jacob Porter.
Jacob Porter in the box now for BHS. Shot down to shortstop, picks it up, scoops it over, goes to first with it, and closes out the inning right there. Nice little ground ball, though. Way to make contact and get things going. And that will do it for the first inning as we come back out for some more defense from Brookhaven High School. Coming up right after this 30-second break on B92. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It's spring, a time when someone's fancy turns to getting a better vehicle. Auto Direct has a large inventory of quality cars and trucks in stock right now for a super springtime savings. At Auto Direct, all credit applications are accepted, and with over 10 lenders to work with, there are great financing options available. Come by and see how easy it is to drive out today. Auto Direct on Brookway Boulevard, Brookhaven, and shop online at autodirectms.com. Auto Direct. We make it easier here.
Tired of paying rent? Now's the time to own your own home from C&W Homes in Vicksburg. With factory direct pricing, C&W Homes makes owning your home easy. They carry the top lines like Deer Valley, Buccaneer, Capco, Sunshine, and Capper. Mississippi made. For over 30 years, C&W Homes has been making home ownership a reality, and they still will not be undersold. Highway 61 South, Vicksburg. Call 800-748-9056. Online, cwmobilehomes.com, and like them on Facebook.
Welcome back, everybody. We are fresh off the first inning and heading into the second one now at a 2-0 lead as Madison Central hangs on to a 2-run lead right now, 2-0. Nice little 3-up, 3-down series in the lineup against the Madison Central Jaguar defense, as BHS is now out on defense themselves, trying to prevent them from scoring any more. Byron Robinson still out on the mound. As we wait for our first batter to come up, it looks like over there, if I can read his number from way up here. Number 27, Tom Lee, coming up.
The Jaguars in the top of the second inning. Number 27, Tom Lee.
Tom Lee getting ready to keep this momentum going for the Jaguars as he is in the batter's box. A right-handed batter facing up against Robinson. Here he comes. High and inside, a little too high for the umpire's taste. That'll be ball one. High and inside again. Ball two. Robertson staying pretty consistent in that high and outside area. He can just work on bringing it down and bringing it in just a little bit. You have yourself at least some hittable balls that would move the momentum and at least keep this game going. High and outside again, 3-0. Count is in favor of the batter as the catcher goes out and takes a nice little talk to Robinson, see if he can get his head straight. High and outside again, ball four straight balls, and he'll send Lee down to first. We have a runner on first now.
Number 23, Jackson Mize.
Jackson Mize coming up now to move those runners around. First baseman coming over and getting a little talk in with Robinson. Swing and a miss from Mize right there as that puts the first strike on the board, 0-1. High and outside again, 1-1. Looks like Robinson is having a problem with not following all the way through with his arm. It looks like he's releasing a little bit too close to his shoulder, which is pushing that ball a little outside. away from those right-handed batters the way that we've just seen on that previous pitch. So if he would have followed through just a little bit longer, he could get that ball into a little bit of a more of a strike zone as he heads over to first and tries to put Lee back at first. Nice little lead over there by Tom Lee. Going back to the plate now, 1-1. 9 outside again. That's 2-1. Robinson going to go look back Lee again. Lee is safe. Stays on first. Bounces it up there again. Low's ball, 3-1. Count is in somewhat of the batter's favor here. Needs to not swing at any junk and really wait for his pitch. And that'll be not the pitch that he's waiting for, but he'll let it go past as he gets walked. That'll be Myers heading down to first now as he moves the runner over.
Heading next for the Jags, number 19, Luke Robertson.
Throws around the bunt, trying to get something going, and Robinson still on the outside. Number 19, Luke Robertson. At the plate, Robinson versus Robertson is the matchup right now, pitcher versus batter. Runner in scoring position, both with pretty substantial leads out on the bags. Will be the first strike right there, 1-1. Throws around the bunt. No more, a little too high right there. Not too high, though. Pitch looked pretty good from here. Batter calls time, steps out of the box to adjust himself and get a better footing in the batter's box. Goes back to second, looks back to runner. Runner is safe. Nine outside again, ball 3. Umpire needs to be a little bit more generous than that. He's letting some good ones go by, or at least some hittable ones. Swings at a low one right there, puts the count at full. So on this next pitch, minus the foul ball, he'll either be heading back to the dugout or heading down to first. And he will be heading back to the dugout. So that'll be the first out we get for this series. And came at a pretty decent time right there as we are sitting on a double play opportunity now.
The next for the Jaguars, number 4, Creek Robertson.
Creek Robertson now coming up to get something going for the Jaguars. Low inside, no good. Pops one up, and the pitcher, Robinson, is going to catch it. That'll send it at two outs now. Nice foul by Robinson.
So next for the Jags, number 1, Murray Hutchinson.
Hopefully right there will bring the Panthers to life as we see nice little source of action and movement coming from the defense. Here's the pitch. A little high and outside again. Left-handed batter. Runner in scoring position coming up for a 2-out scenario. Got 1 ball on the board. And there's a good strike right there. Looks a little familiar. There's a lot of pass pitches, but we'll see what if we can get into some sort of routine right here. Which brings us to 1-1. And nice little strike right there. Lets one go by. That's a backwards K. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got the count wrong right there. That'll be 1-1. That brings us to 2 strikes. Pretty sure he fouled one off. I apologize. We're looking at 1 and 2, 2 outs. Keep it consistent, Robinson, as we pull it in. Fouls it off, sends it way out into the parking lot. That'll be a nice souvenir for somebody to take home. On someone's windshield, possibly. Batter steps out, takes a breather, gets back in, and we're still looking at a 1-2 count. And a clear shot out into the left, and overshoots him, so that's going to bring a lot of the runners around. Looks like we might get in 2 as a stand-up single right there. Sends in 2 runs, brings the score now 4-0 for the Jaguars.
Now batting from Madison Central, number 30, Hunter Hines.
It's Hutchinson that put that single out there. We're back at the top of the lineup now after Hutchinson puts that single out in the left. Now Hines is at the plate, set to continue this little rally that Hutchinson has just started. That'll bring that score again is 4-0. 2 outs, ball rolls away. There's that second base that Hutchinson was looking for on that single that could have been easily a double had he not had a little bit of a spill out there on first base. But he is now standing up on second, and he is not only on second, but he is in scoring position as Hines now has the possibility to bring him around, given a good hit. Here's the pitch, again low and inside, and that will extend the count to 2-0. Pitcher almost takes a swing for it, but he's going to let that one slide as it goes a little too much in the dirt, 3-0. Nice little lead from Hutchinson out there and on second base as he gets a nice little secondary prep. And that will send Hines down to first base as we are back with 2 runners on first with number 26 to come up. That's Peyton Ray.
Next for the Jags, number 26, Peyton Ray.
Hunter Hines, the catcher, is going to get a designated runner come in for him. As he goes in, he gets catcher's equipment on and up and running. I believe that's number 22, Tyler Austin, who has come in and pinch the designated runner out there. Low and right across the plate. That's where a good batter will want it. That's a good pitch right there. 0-1 from Robinson. Still sitting on 2 outs. All we got to do is get 1 more out, and we're looking at the bottom of the second coming up. Low and inside again, but this time it was way too low. It's in the dirt. We'll bring up 1-1. His pitch. He swings for it. Probably could have let that one go. It looked like it was aiming right for his leg. Probably could have took that one and been standing on first by now, but that'll be the second strike. 1-2. Robinson has a chance to end it right here. Cuts it again. And that'll move the runners around, as now we're looking at 2 runners on. Hutchinson and Hines, or in this case, Hutchinson and Tyler Austin, who's the designated runner for Hines. Both runners in scoring position. And he takes a shot, it looks like to the hip. Unless it bounced in front of him. I thought he was hit by that pitch, but I guess he wasn't. That'll bring the count to full, though. Robinson again sitting on an opportunity to close this inning out before any more runs are scored. Peyton Ray trying to continue this little bit of a momentum streak the Jaguars have got. He swings and goes down swinging, and that will send us into the bottom of the second. BHS is down by 4-0 as Madison Central hangs on to a 4-0 lead. We'll be right back with some Brookhaven High School batting. Right to this on B92, 30 seconds. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Prices at the pump got you down? Then get on over to Paul Barnett Nissan. We have many models that get upwards of 40 miles per gallon. That is, if you drive the speed limit. Paul Barnett Nissan is proud to offer the incredible Altima, stylish Sentra, radical Rogue, and versatile Versa. Interest-free or huge rebates. To make a sweet deal even sweeter, we will throw in 2 years' worth of free car washes with any new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. Isn't it time you experience the difference at Paul Barnett Nissan?
Welcome back, everybody. A little bit more practice coming from the Jaguars now as BHS is getting their batters ready to go. It looks like number 19 for BHS is coming up. That is Jacob Smith, or Lane Smith, excuse me, as he is in the batter's box down there getting ready to go up. As we'll just hang tight until we get ready to see these throw rounds done. And it looks like Smith is up to the batter's box as the throw around is done. Let's see if we can get some sort of something started for the Panthers.
Left fielder, Lane Smith.
Lane Smith in the batter's box. Low and outside from pitcher Storm. Ball 2. Come from Storm. Nice little okay count to be sitting on. Doesn't need to swing it any jump. 2-0. Let the wrong one go by right there. That'll bring the first strike up, 2-1. Should be no outs. Low and inside right there, ball 2, or ball 3. Three and 1, and here's the pitch. Nice little blooper down to first base. And looks like it might have an error, and it does. And that'll send Smith down to second. And that is how you capitalize on an error right there from Smith as he pulls up a nice little earned double right there. As the ball goes out of play, and he will get one more base out of that. That error from the Jaguars could have been easy out, but that's what you see when it. That's why your coach will tell you to run out everything you see, regardless of what happens or regardless of what is more possible to happen, because that very thing right there can happen. So up to the plate now is number 20. That's Manny Miller. And he is going to be hanging tight just for a second as the Jaguars go out and take a little break. So why don't we take a break with them? 30 seconds. We'll be right back after this on B92. Stay tuned.
Need a home loan? Let Lacey Zumbro at Bank of Brookhaven help. We are happy to offer a full range of home mortgage loans. From internet banking to our mortgage loan products, we offer personal service that's responsive to your individual needs. Remember, best of all, at Bank of Brookhaven, it's still all about you. Bank of Brookhaven, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And we're back as the coach heads back into the dugout now for continued gameplay. Manny Miller at the plate. As Lane Smith is sitting out on second base. Tries to pull around for a bunt. Can't get the bat back. That will be a strike for Miller. A high little stance right there, a little bit inside. Smith takes off and almost gets caught and nearly gets thrown out. Almost lets his feet slip out from under him as he's heading back. A little bit more consistent or accurate throw right there from the pitcher, and he would have been out for sure. A little decent lead from Smith out there on second, but he heads to the plate with the ball, and he pops it straight up. And catcher is almost going to be able to grab it, but he does let it fall foul. That'll bring up a second strike, though, 0-2. So a very, very poor count right now for the batter. For Manny Miller. Runner in scoring position with Smith still taking a pretty good lead out there. Nobody coming up to call, and we got a no pitch call. Looks like maybe called a breather time right before the pitch was let go. So that'll be no pitch, 0-2. A little too low right there. That'll be 1-2. Two and two. They're sitting on a 2-2 count, no outs, runner on second. Pops straight up. And it does go into the glove of the first baseman. That'll be the first out of this inning. Manny Miller goes back to the dugout, but he's going to be bringing up now number 4.
For the Panthers, number 4, center fielder,
Devontae Quinn.
Devontae Quinn.
Devontae trying to bring around Smith to try to get some sort of points on the board for BHS. Low and inside. Smith takes off, but unfortunately he's going to have to go back and try to do it again as he fouls one off. His pitch, nice little attempted curve ball. Doesn't curve as much as it needs to. Goes back to the middle, but it's too high. 2-1, 1 out. Devontae Quinn looking at an okay count right now. Nothing major and nothing really in danger of swinging at anything crazy. Sends one straight back overhead here. Fouls another one off, 2-2. Two and two count, and catching him almost. Looks like that ball may have rattled off his helmet and rolled out into right field, and Smith is going to try to go down, and this might be it for him. He does, and he's safe. Goes all the way from second to home on a series of errors right there as VHS picks up their first run of the night. Score is now 4-1. As Lane Smith able to secure himself a nice double off a series of errors, a throwing error and a catching error early on, and then some throwing errors sent him all the way around. That is not something that a coach wants to see from his defense, and I'm sure that he'll have words for him when they get back in. But for the time being, we're sitting in a 4-1 lead as Madison Central Jaguars are only up by 3 now. Back to the plate, no runners on base. Devontae Quinn looking at a 2-2 count. And that'll do it for him. Nice little inside pitch right there. A backwards K for Savante as he goes down looking. That puts up 2 outs now.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 15, catcher, Gaston Walker.
Gaston Walker coming up to the plate now, the catcher for tonight's game. And we are looking at him trying to get something going, maybe building off that momentum from the runaround instead of the previous strikeout. As Gaston now looks to take on Storm with a clear count and a clear set of bases. Storm bounces it up there, 0-1. A shot out to shortstop is caught. Nice little line drive right there, and that will close us out. Top of the first is coming up after this 30-second break. Stay tuned.
Hey, this is Will Thibodeau, General Sales Manager at Sullivan Ford Lincoln. First off, we want to say thanks to all of our customers for a historic month here at Sullivan. With all of our sales this past month, we have tons of great trades that are ready for their new homes. Doesn't matter if you're looking for your first car, a great vacation vehicle for the whole family, or a good old farm truck, we've got options for you. You can always check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SylvanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
And welcome back, everybody. A couple more throw rounds from BHS as we're coming off a pretty decent inning for BHS, given that the first one wasn't something to be incredibly proud of. Lane Smith doing exactly what a runner is supposed to do, and to continue to run and keep his eyes open for any type of movement, any type of gameplay that goes on from the defense. As two errors got him down to first, and then the second after a throwing error and then a catching error from the pitcher to the first baseman over there, sent him down to second, and then after a throwdown error from the pitcher to second base and sent the ball skyrocketing out in the right field, sent Lane Smith all the way down to third, and then after a throwdown attempt over there, missed and was thrown back near the dugout of the Madison Central Jaguar team. He was able to capitalize on that and actually run all the way around and pick up the first point for BHS Panthers here tonight, bringing the score 4-1. As now the BHS Panthers are back out on the field on defense and trying to build on some sort of momentum to get something going or to keep the Jaguars at bay as best they can. This is the top of the third. We're right here on B92. If you're interested in streaming our series tonight, if you're interested in streaming, you can stream live on the YouTube channel on B92. Search B92 Brookhaven High School, and it should be the first video that pops up tonight after tonight's broadcast. So we are now looking at Byron Robertson, trying to get something going at the plate now. Parker Nelson up at the plate now for the Jaguars as he tries to get something going. It is a 1-1 count now. A deep fly ball over to right is downed, and that will give a potential triple. And it is. That is a triple for number 3, Parker Nelson, right there, as he comes all the way around after a deep shot out to left field. It's down. It looks like the left fielder may have lost sight of the ball and let too much time go past as he was able to pick up that extra base. And he is now standing on a really good scoring position at third.
Number 11 looks right.
And now we're back to the plate now with number 11, Brooks Rice. Rice set to keep things going here and bring in Nelson. Strike one, ball rolls out to second, and smart base run right there from Nelson. As Nelson stays on third and doesn't let his curiosity run away with him. One and one count, and a foul ball is going to remain foul. It does not get that extra shove back over the third base line. It will remain foul, and that'll keep us at 1-2. Another shot, foul ball, way up behind us here over the right. This time more towards the first base line. Keeps the strike count at 2, 1-2. Nelson still over there on third as Rice is set to try to straighten out one of these shots to bring him around. High and outside, and Nelson's going to take advantage, and he is going to slide, and he is safe. Brings the score now 5-1. Nelson, after a pretty good at-bat right there, able to capitalize on an unfortunate loss of the ball out there. It looks like as the left fielder for BHS lost sight of the ball because his hat fell off and fell onto the ball and basically disappeared. As Corbin Falvey had to come over and get the ball and then throw it in. So that little bit of time right there was what Nelson is what gave Nelson that roundabout and get that opportunity to head on to third. As Rice puts up a good one and tries to keep going. Nice little catch by the left fielder. Right fielder, excuse me, for BHS.
Batting for the Jaguars, number 27, Tom Lee.
That's Darius Robinson out there who had the got to make up a little bit for that missed play earlier, so now he's back in it. Up next to bat for Jaguars is number 27, Lee. Back at it again. That's Tom Lee. There is one out, one ball on the board. Another shot out to right field. And he catches that one too and sends it into 2 outs. Definitely made up for that missed opportunity for Nelson coming around.
Next for the Jags, number 23, Jackson Olamayo.
Two outs left to go. 2 outs remaining. I'm sorry, 2 outs on the board, 1 out remaining. And a dug ball right there from number 23, Jackson Mize, who is at the plate now and picks up his first ball for this count. It is the top of the third right now here tonight. And Mize swings around hard and comes back and adjusts, and now we got a 1-1 count. Nice little curveball right there from Robinson, but doesn't curve exactly how he needs it to. It'll be 2-1. Long foul ball right there, puts the strike count at 2-2. Shot down to second base, opportunity to close this inning out, and he makes it. That'll be it for this series. Score at the end of this inning is 5-1. Jaguars extend their lead by 1 more point. It is now 5-1 for the Jaguars leading right now. BHS coming back up to plate right after this 30-second break on B92. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
With spring, thoughts of going fishing and cooking out come to mind. Perkins Hayes Hardware in Lincoln Plaza carries a complete selection of hunting and fishing supplies. And for that cookout, they feature a huge selection of barbecue grills, coolers, and of course all kinds of home appliances. Find it all at Perkins Hayes Hardware, Highway 51 North in Lincoln Plaza, Brookhaven, the home of the helpful hardware folks.
And welcome back. We are getting to the bottom of the third now as VHS is getting ready to come up and see if they can get some more bats going. Had a little bit of luck earlier with Lane Smith, but 3 outs were rolled a little bit quicker than they needed it to, so we're going to go back and see if we can get some more luck here. as we head down to the field now.
Getting things started for the Panthers in the bottom of the third inning. Number 10, third baseman, Jacob Smith.
Jacob Smith at the plate now for BHS as he tries to get something started. Pulls around for a bunt, but Zeb will swing back. Ball one. Strike one right there. Nice little clean fastball across the plate. Squares around for another bunt. Draws the third baseman. Looks like this will be an easy out, and it is. One out on the board for BHS offensive series here at the plate.
Batting next for the Panthers, number 13, right fielder, Darius Robinson.
Darius Robinson coming up now. We're at the bottom of the lineup for BHS as he closes out. He's a nice batter on the list. We're back up at the top now, coming up here very shortly. Robinson, as he is now, puts one clear out in the left field, and it falls, and he'll get an opportunity to go two. Goes in, and he gets thrown out all the way from left field. That is an unfortunate scenario right there. Coach sent him around. I guess he didn't have the upper hand as best he could, but Robinson is easily thrown out from left field at second base. That'll be two outs.
Next for the Panthers, number 11, second baseman, Corbin Falvey.
Corbin Falvey back up at the top of the lineup now, center fielder. Jaguars going to try again to close this inning out quick as possible. A little too inside and the narrow right there for Falvey's taste. Strike one right there as he swings at a little bit of a high call right there, 1-1. Foul ball right over our shoulder here. A long strike, but it'll remain a strike, 1-2. Falvey looking at pretty against him count right now as he's trying to get something started here for BHS. And not this time as he goes down swinging. That'll end us out the inning. So defense coming up. BHS is back in the field right after this on B92. 30 seconds. We'll be right back.
Before you make a deal on a pre-owned vehicle, come to Auto Direct on Brookway Boulevard, Brookhaven. Auto Direct has a large inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles at super springtime savings. At Auto Direct, all credit applications are accepted, and with over 10 lenders to work with, great financing options are available. Come in and see how easy it is to drive out today. Auto Direct on Brookway Boulevard, Brookhaven, and shop online at autodirectms.com. Auto Direct. We make it easier here.
Welcome back, everybody. We are fresh out the bottom of what looks like the third inning, so we're coming up from the top of the fourth now. BHS still having trouble getting those sticks rolling the way that they want, and the Madison Central Jaguars are just kind of playing cool with everything right now and trying to get as many points as they can for each inning. Current score is 5-1. Robinson still back out on the plate. I'm doing a couple of quick roundabouts right now. It looks like coming up to bat this time for Madison Central is number 10, if I am seeing that number correctly. I'm sorry, that's number 19. That'll be Luke Robertson. A lot of Robinsons and Robertsons on both sides of the field tonight. As Luke Robertson is at the plate, ready to get things started.
To the top of the fourth inning for the Madison Central Jaguars, number 19, Luke Robertson.
Here's pitch. And high and outside. Low and inside. Count is 1-1. I'm sorry, 2-0. Shot down the third base line. Will roll out to left field. And that'll be a stand-up single right there for Robertson. Upcoming now is number 4, Creek Robertson.
Up next for the Jaguars, number 4, Creek Robertson.
Robertson at the plate, and Robertson out on first as Robinson set to take on both of them as he tries to throw back Robertson over there on first. Robertson remains safe out there on the one bag. Stand up, so he tries to go again for a throw over and a throw out. Pitcher and catcher doing a little bit of a conference out on the mound, trying to discuss some sort of strategy to take out both of these runners and players here for a jump back up to 2 outs. A shot out to right field will go into the glove, so that'll be 1 out for BHS.
Up next for the Jags, number 1, Murray Hutchinson.
Hutchinson's still out there on, Robertson's still out there on the one bag. Robinson's facing another nice little pipe right down the middle. Number 1, Murray Hutchinson, is at the plate. Shot out to center field is caught. And nice job right there. That brings us to 2 outs and leaves that runner at first. BHS doing a pretty good job at being where they need to be when the ball is hit. So not too shabby for a job for BHS defense right now. Up next is number 30.
Number 30,
Hines. Hunter Hines coming up for another round to go here at the stick. Robertson still out on first base, itching to get his way around to second. Foul ball straight back here. That's a strike. Another foul ball. That'll send Robertson back to first, and Hines back to the plate for another series of bats. He is sitting on 0-2. Not a great count right now, especially with the fact that there's 2 outs. BHS and Robinson has an opportunity to close this inning out. Outside is a ball 1. Strike 3, and that will close out the inning as BHS is set to get some more bats going. Not a bad defensive series right there from BHS. They did what they needed to be, and their players were where they needed to be, and they were focused on the runner and the batter when it needed to be. So nice job, Panthers. Let's go to a 30-second break. We'll be right back after this on B92. Stay tuned.
Your tax return will be arriving soon. Don't use that money for temporary happiness. Use it to buy the home of your dreams with C&W Homes. Their factory direct pricing saves you money and has kept them from being undersold for 31 years. This tax season, find your dream home with C&W Homes. Highway 61 in Vicksburg. Call 1-800-748-9056 or online at cwmobilehomes.com.
We are back as Madison Central is back on the field, set for another go-ahead at in the field. Storm still out on the mound and doing a pretty good job at it right now, keeping the Panthers at a low score of 1. The score is 5-1 as we head into the top of the 5th. Hour is 6:10. Bottom of the 4th. Jumped the gun a little bit on that one. It'll be the top of the 5th round when the Jaguars come back up, so I apologize for that confusion. Roundabout goes up, and we are set to get things going.
Getting things started for the Panthers in the bottom of the 4th inning. Number 12, pitcher, Byron Robinson.
Byron Robinson coming up. He's in the batter's box, set to get things started. Swings at the first one. We're at the first strike, 0-1. Low and inside or low and outside will be another ball. The first ball, 1-1. Strike 2. So the count is 1-2. Swung at the first one and being by the pitch, so that is a irrelevant count as it were. So that'll send him down to the first base.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 26, first baseman, Jacob Porter.
Jacob Porter coming up for BHS. Jacob Porter going to try to bring Robinson around and get some scoring opportunities in. Pulls the bunt around. He's able to swing back. That'll be a high ball. Clean shot straight up. Looks like that is very catchable if somebody can pull it up. First base gets it, and that will be a 1 out for the Jaguars. like number 1, Murray Hutchinson, may have tweaked his leg a little bit or his ankle as he came running over, but seems to be walking it off okay.
Up next for the Panthers, number 19, left fielder, Lane Smith.
Lane Smith up in the batter's box now, trying to pull around that runner. Looks like coming out on the first base is a designated runner for the pitcher, Byron Robinson.
21, Micah Wallace.
A little high for that umpire's safe. That'll be ball 1. Clear shot out to center field, high, and it looks like it may be just out of infield, and it is caught by the center fielder, and that'll be 2 outs.
The next for the Panthers, number 20, shortstop, Manny Miller.
Manny Miller coming up to, again, try to pull that runner around into scoring position to try to bring something up. Low and inside, no good on that one, ball 1. Another clean shot out to outfield, as it looks like it will fall in the hands of the right fielder this time, and that'll close out the inning for us. It will be at the top of the 5th, officially, coming up right after this 30-second break. Stay tuned.
Per gallon. That is, if you drive the speed limit. Paul Barnett Nissan is proud to offer the incredible Altima, stylish Sentra, radical Rogue, and versatile Versa. Interest-free or huge rebates. To make a sweet deal even sweeter, we will throw in 2 years' worth of free car washes with any new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. Isn't it time you experience the difference at Paul Barnett Nissan?
Welcome back, everyone, to B92 here at BHS, as we are still sitting on a 5-1 score here. Jaguars leading by 4 as we go into the top of the 5th inning here this evening. Byron Robinson still on the plate. Doing a couple quick roundabouts. Again, I want to remind you that we are streaming our show tonight on B92, the YouTube page. Just go to YouTube and type in B92 Brookhaven. Should be the first video that pops up. Brookhaven High School versus Madison Central Jaguars here tonight on April the 8th. And we appreciate you for joining us here here on B92 here tonight for this home action for the Old Brook Panthers. As we go down to the field now for the next series of batters. Up now is number 26, Peyton Ray. Here's the pitch. High and outside. Ball 1. Strike 1 right there with a foul ball. High and outside right there, ball 2. Swings around right there, a little too inside. That'll be 2-2. Robinson looking at a pretty decent count right now. Just got to catch the batter looking or catch the batter looking a little too greedy. The outside pitch right there is really wild, and that sends it to the backstop here as it brings up a full count. So Peyton Ray looking at a full count opportunity, minus a foul ball. Again, he's either headed back to the dugout or headed down to first base. And that will send him down to first base.
Next for the Jags, number 3, Parker Nelson.
Parker Nelson up at the plate now. Trying to bring around Ray. High and outside, ball 1. And takes a shot to the hip, and that'll send him down to first base. We got 2 runners out on bases now as we are looking at a designated runner to come in for Nelson, who is catching this inning, so he will be going to get his equipment on. And a new pitcher is being changed out. Ariane Robinson going to take a break. So what we'll do is we'll take a 60-second break while he is taking his break, and we'll be right back after this on B92. Stay tuned.
Banking on the go with Bank of Brookhaven's Net Teller mobile banking app. You can use your wireless phone to pay bills, view account balances, transfer funds, and a lot more. Our mobile banking service offers convenience and security, and it's available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Remember, at Bank of Brookhaven, it's still all about you. Bank of Brookhaven, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, this is Will Thibodeau, General Sales Manager at Sullivan Ford Lincoln. First off, we want to say thanks to all of our customers for a historic month here at Sullivan. With all of our sales this past month, we have tons of great trades that are ready for their new homes. Doesn't matter if you're looking for your first car, a great vacation vehicle for the whole family, or a good old farm truck, we've got options for you. You can always check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SullivanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
Welcome back, everybody. Manny Miller coming in as a new pitcher for the Brookhaven High School Panthers, trying to keep things going or at least get things started for the Brookhaven High School Panthers here. Number 11, Brooks Rice at the plate, runners on first and second. Trying to get somebody around for the Jaguars. Shot right down the middle. A good open pitch right there from Miller as he gives Rice something to look at and shows him where he's going to be hovering. Outside and in the dirt. They'll bring the count 1-1.
That wasn't it.
Low one again in the dirt, 2-1. high and almost takes the shoulder out of Rice right there. 3-1. No outs. Runner on first and second. Score is still 5-1. Low one in the dirt, and that will send Rice down to first base, and that will also load the bases. Up next is number 27, Tom Lee. Tom Lee at the plate right now, looking at a nice little bases loaded, no out set of gameplay here. Outside pitch right there is low. And in the dirt, ball one. Another pitch right here. Bases all again loaded. He does cut around. That'll be the first strike, 1-1. Low and inside again, almost takes the batter out. It'll be 2-1. Low and inside again, 3-1. A batter favored count, very possible to walk in the run here. As Manny Miller sets to go in a 3-1 count here. Here's pitch. Fouls it off. That'll bring the count full. Up against a full count, Miller goes to the plate, and that'll walk in and run, 6-1.
Number 23, Jackson Mize.
Jackson Mize at the plate now, and he's also looking at a full bases loaded set of play. Shot down third base line. I believe that will be a foul ball. And that'll bring all the runners back to where they were. Not a nice place to be sitting the ball, though. That would have brought in at least 3 runners right there, given the speed of each individual one. So we're going to go back and see if we can see something like that happen. Score is 6-1. Outside pitch right there. Ball 1-1 after that long foul ball down the third base line. Low and outside again. 2-1. Nice pitch right there down the middle, 2-2. Manny Miller stays alive with that pitch right down there. Strike 2, and still no outs. Bases are loaded. Low pitch again, brings the count 3-2. Full count. Nice shot right up the middle. Goes between the shortstop's legs. 1 run scores. 2-run score. And that'll bring around the runners. Looks like he might go, no, he'll stay up there at third. So now we've got 2 runs scored. Should be now at 8-1, if my math is correct on that. We do have runners now on first and second. Nobody on first. No outs. As 19, Luke Robertson comes up. Low and outside, ball 1. High and inside right there, ball 2. 2-0. Outside and in the dirt. 3-0. High and outside, 4 balls. And that'll send Robertson down to first base. Bases again loaded. Creek Robertson now at the plate. Had to go up against Miller. Low and outside. Ball 1. Bases are loaded. No out. Still low and outside. Miller steps off the mound and tries to readjust his gameplay. Foul ball down the third base line. A long strike, but a strike nonetheless. 2-1. Bounces in the dirt. That'll bring in a runner. All runners advance. Brings the score now 9-1. Score is now 9-1 after that pass ball on the stolen base. Clear shot out to center. That's going to make its way to the fence. That'll bring in the 10th run and the 11th run. And that right there is 10 runs, with the score being 11-1. So if we can close this inning out, and Madison Central can make short work of the next inning, that'll run rule us.
Madison Central, number 1, Murray Hutchinson.
Murray Hutchinson back up at the top of the lineup. Nice little shot right down the middle. Strike one. Inside pitch right there, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Pitcher tries to go to second, looks back. Robertson. He is safe. Still looking at a 1-2 count now at the batter on Hutchinson. Clear shot out to left field. And he catches him. And that'll be our first out of the inning. Score is still 11-1.
Now batting for the Jaguars, number 10, Trey Smith.
Pitcher again tries to look at second base back. Manny Miller doesn't throw the ball, but he does look him back. Low and outside, ball one. Strike one right there, 1-1. Clear shot straight up. Center fielder going to adjust himself over and makes the catch. That's 2 outs.
Now batting for the Jaguars, number 26, Peyton Murray.
High pitch right there, 1 ball, no strikes. Looking at 2 outs, runner on second. Another outside pitch again. Jackson Myers at the plate now. I'm sorry, it's 26. It looked like 23 from up here. That's Peyton Ray actually sitting on the mound right now. They're sitting at the plate. Two balls and no strikes. And a shot clear up. Chance to close this inning out. And the center fielder does it. Comes up right behind second base and does it. That'll be 3 out. So we will take a 30-second break and be right back after this on B92. Stay tuned.
When it comes to spring cleaning and lawn and garden care, the #1 choice is Perkins Ace Hardware in Lincoln Plaza. For everything from weed control to Tad Boy Moors, it's Perkins Ace Hardware. And of course, they're your plumbing and electrical supply experts too. Perkins Ace Hardware, Highway 51 North in Lincoln Plaza, Brookhaven. The home of the helpful hardware folks.
And welcome back, everybody. We're at the bottom of the 5th inning right now. The score is 11-1. We have reached a 10-run rule at this point, but Madison Central has to close out this inning without letting Brookhaven score. And we will be done here for the evening as we have made it to 5 innings, and the score being a 10-run after 5. The entire run rule, for people who are unaware of it, is 15 after 3, 10 after 5, and then the end of the game is the 7th. So that is how the run rules were to work, given that being a scenario. Myron Robinson checked out last inning and brought in Manny Miller at the pitcher's mound, and he was able to lose 6 runs in the previous inning, so that's what got us up to this 11-1. Storm still back out on the mound for Madison Central, as a few roundabouts are done. Excuse me. Looks like we're fixing to come up now with Savante Quinn, bringing us up for the first series of bats here. I believe we are hovering around the bottom of the lineup for BHS. Savante Quinn, he is the 6th batter on the lineup, so we're going to go 6, 7, and 8 with Savante Quinn, Gatson Walker, and Jacob Smith. All coming up here in just a few seconds. Shot right down the middle, strike 1. And a shot out to left field, drops the ball, and that'll send Savante on to 2. And he will do a stand-up double right there. Nice job by Savante. Gatson Walker now up at the plate. Strike right down the middle right there to start off against Walker. Savante Quinn getting a pretty nice lead out there. Long strike right there. Foul ball out over the first base line in the first base territory. 2 strikes. Storm again with an opportunity to close not only this inning out, but the game out if he were to get three outs right here. Low and inside, 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Foul ball back to the backstop, 2-2 still. That'll bring the count to full. Batter takes the time, steps out. Pops straight up into center. And it is caught by the right fielder. And they throw it ahead of him, so that'll be 1 out. Keeps that runner at 2. Up next is Jacob Smith. Jacob Smith setting to get things going. Strike right down the pipe, 0-1. One out. Storm sitting on an okay count. A little high right there, 1-1. Swing and a miss. And Savante Quinn steals third and is safe. Should be 2 strikes. Hey. This is cool. We're at the interview. Storm going to go to the plate now. Nice little curve right down the middle. That'll send Smith back to the dugout and a backwards K.
Right fielder,
Low and inside. It'll be 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Got to get 1 more out for the run rule to go into effect. Two and 0. 2 outs. Yeah, that's the first strike right there. 2 and 1. 2 more strikes. Swing and a miss brings the count 2 and 2. Here's the 5 pitch. Strike 3. And that's the game. Thank you so much for joining us here on B92. And we will see you next time for Old Brook Baseball. Madison Central wins tonight 11-1. Thank you so much for joining us again. Catch us on YouTube at Brookhaven High School Panther Baseball, B92 YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.